welcome back to Wives on the Island. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Jessica, and today we are going to catch up. We are going to give a little bit of wife wisdom because we had somebody ask us a question, so we're going to share our thoughts. Then we are going to jump into pop culture. We're going to talk about Whitney Lovett, Selena's dad, and then we're going to close it out with our thoughts on the Diddy documentary. So, how was I feel like it's been forever, but like a week and a half?
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while, but it's good. As you know, I was solo parenting for a while with my husband in California, and he brought me back a gift, which he never does. He never brings me, like, it's always, like, for the kids. And he got me a Labubu, and he was like, I don't even know if you're going to like it. And, like, I laughed so hard, and I was like, I love it. Like, and I do. I love it. And the best part is one of my best friends was like, now you need an outfit for your Labubu. And I was like, I'm not buying an outfit for my Labubu. And she goes, I'm going to send you one. And she did. And she got a little Prada hat with a jumpsuit. I'm going to have to post it. It's so funny. It's honestly so cute. And now my husband, the kids also really enjoyed it. And they kept trying to steal my Labubu. And I was like, pause off. This is my Labubu. And now my husband got two, one for them, like one for each of them for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
So I just like, this is so stupid, but it's so cute and fun and stuff. But yeah, but I was like, oh my god, I got a Labubu. And it is, so like the whole thing with the Labubu, I don't know if you know, is like you don't know which one you're gonna get because it's like a mystery thing.
Oh, okay.
So like you look on the side of the box and like, you know, because I sometimes hype myself up and then I get disappointed with things, I like looked at the side of the box and I was like, okay, I want this one, this one, this one, or this one. So like a majority I was okay with. And then, but I really wanted just one, and I got the one I really wanted.
Oh,
and I was like,
good.
oh my god, that's so cute. Yeah, because I feel like I wouldn't love it as much as if I got one I didn't really like. I also feel like the sickness is back up in my household.
Oh no.
The kids' nose are running again, both of them. And, like, I just keep sneezing and, like, having to blow my nose. And I'm like, when will it end? Because my daughter was on antibiotics. My son just got off antibiotics for a double ear infection. And it's like, they're still at it. And I don't understand what to do. Like,
yeah.
I know it's just, like, the time of year. But, like, this is a little excessive. That's excessive.
It is. And remember that this is your daughter's first year in daycare.
Yes.
So I feel like they get sick a lot their first, or preschool. Yeah. But this is the first time in preschool. So they get sick a lot during that time.
It sucks. I'm not happy about it. But I had my cookie party on, I want to keep saying Saturday. Sunday.
I'm sorry I couldn't come.
That's okay. It was a smaller crowd, but it was intimate. We were like talking a lot and it was really good. And it ran a little longer than normal. Like the girls didn't leave my house till like 5:30.
Oh wow.
We were yapping. Like my husband was like, should we go out to dinner? Like me and the kids? And I was like, no. They're like, you know, but it was really nice. All the cookies were really good. We actually finished them today. And, you know, we are on our health journey. So I really didn't want that many cookies to begin with. So I did send some to one of my friends who couldn't also come, but she only was like 5 minutes away from me, so I brought her some because she was like really upset that she couldn't come. Like she texted me, like I kid you not, 5 months ago, and she's like, these are the cookies I'm making for your party. And I was like, cool. And then it was it was her best friend's birthday that day. And I was like, you know, I'm sorry, but I was like, I'll still bring you some because I know, you know, she enjoys it and she likes to bake as well, so all of that stuff. And I got a lot of compliments on my cookies, which I want to thank you for because my very first party, you made them and they're so good. Pecan passies.
So they're my favorites.
Very good. I will say I didn't give any to my daughter even though she really wanted it because I'm nervous. What if she's allergic to pecans? Because one of my other friends just found out that her son is actually allergic to pecans and walnuts. It's kind of like a pistachio and cashew thing. Like those two are grouped. Even though he's not allergic to like peanuts and almonds and stuff, like she found out pecans and walnuts. So now I'm like, oh, I don't know if my daughter's allergic to that, so I didn't want to try the pecans on her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's missing out because those are some good cookies.
Oh my God, they were so good. And then, funny enough, so you know how we talked last week about how, you know, stressing out during the holidays, and the only thing that really stresses me out is holiday cards. So I got my holiday cards in on Friday. They looked horrible, Jessica. Horrible.
Right.
And it was was partially my fault because we used AI to like change the background to make it nicer, but then it kind of altered the quality of the photo. And then I told my husband to use the original photo and just like Photoshop it on the background so the quality isn't diminished. It just like, it didn't come out well. And like, it was so bad. It was like to the point where I was like, I can't send this out. So I asked the company I placed the order from. I was like, can I switch the photos? And they were like, yeah, just send us send us what you want. And I was like, well, I don't have it right now. Can you just refund me? I was like, I'll send the pictures back. Like, I'll send the things back. I'm not trying to like steal from you guys. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to make it seem like I just wanted free cards,
Right.
Because I spent $100 on them. So I was like, that's a lot of money for me to not love these cards. And so they refunded me. And I looked back at my order last year and I'm like, why did I spend $50? And this year I'm spending $100. And I forgot that Groupon for the specific company runs a deal. So I went on Groupon, just $32 for 100 cards. And I'm like, but because it's so late, I had to get
Expedite shipping,
and I got the return address printed on the envelope, so all I had to do were the people's address, like myself. And I did do expedite shipping. I needed them overnight, and I paid $36 for overnight shipping, and then an extra $20 for the return address. But all of that came out to $100. So I paid the same amount. So that's how I justified it. But I was like, oh my God, next year, do not let me forget Groupon.
Okay.
Yeah. But my new ones got delivered today, and it was UPS. I like them. And I saw them, and I was like, oh my God, I need to get these out today because it's already so late. So I stamped all of them. I put the addresses on them. And I put them in the mailbox before the mail person came today. So, yeah.
Look at you. Moving
I know.
fast.
I was. And then I did have my daughter's Christmas concert. Did you see the pictures?
I saw the pictures. She looked so cute and holding that little snowflake. I was,
yes. Oh my God. It was so emotional because, like, she walks in right away. She's like, Mommy. My mommy doesn't even acknowledge her dad. It's so... Oh my God, it was just so cute, and she was really into it. She just loves to dance, and she loves to sing, and
she does,
and jump and stuff. I feel like she was one of like 3 kids that was like really focused in what they had to do, and it's so funny because she's my little wild one, my little Spitfire, and she doesn't listen and follow rules, and in that setting she really does. So I'm like, this is so nice,
that's funny.
To see her. Yeah, we had such a nice time. It was so nice to see her so happy and proud of herself, but it was really cute. So she's actually done with school for the rest of the year, which is a lot because I don't know why they're not having her. Yeah, I don't know why they're not having school on Thursday, but so.
Oh, okay, for the rest of the year being okay.
Yeah.
2025. Okay. Correct. I was like,
no. Like, no, just like the rest of the actual year.
The actual year. Okay. Yeah. I was like,
yes.
So school just stops in December.
No.
We'll see you next September.
Yeah, no. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, now I have her home for 2.5 weeks, but whatever. I mean, the extra day would be nice. I mean, it is what it is. Right. But it was a lot of fun. And then, of course, on Friday, we had our Christmas party where you work and my husband works. And I had so much fun. And I got so drunk.
You did.
I was so
drunk. And I was
drunk.
Jealous because I had to drive, so I could not get so drunk.
I was so drunk and I was so hungover the next day. And I had to be up at 8:30 to go to my son's last day of soccer, which I did. I made it. I felt a little nauseous, but I made it. And I slept a lot that day. And then because my cookie party was on Sunday, I was kind of nervous that I wasn't prepared enough. I baked my cookies that night. Usually they're done by Friday. I'll do Thursday night. I did them Saturday night. I was up till 12:30. I was prepping the appetizers and all the the bite stuff that Saturday night. And usually, like I said, they're done by Friday. And maybe Saturday morning, some of the fresh stuff. But, never that close. But it all worked out. But, yeah, we danced. I have blisters on my feet.
No.
It was just...
My heels are a little jacked up.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. I loved it. I love that that's our one time a year
was good.
The DJ was great. We looked great.
Yes,
we did. We looked awesome.
I loved it.
We look awesome. It was so much fun. Like, it's my favorite thing to do in the year. It's the Christmas party.
Yeah.
It's my absolute favorite. Like, I live for that Christmas party.
Me too, because for me, as a stay-at-home mom, like, I'm able, like, I go to my husband's work party, but it's really, like, just, like, a reunion for me and my old coworkers, because, like,
right.
Usually I don't even, like, spend time with him, but this year I did make a conscious effort to do that, just because, like, he's in a new role, and, I know some of his friends' wives, and they came not really knowing anybody else other than us, so I was like, okay, let me do that. But once the DJ started going, I was like,
right. You were like, bye.
You're on your own, and I'm going to the dance floor. And it was so funny because, like, one of the wives, like, texted my husband, and we're like, oh, sorry we didn't say goodbye to Alyssa. I'm pretty sure she was on the dance floor when we left. And my husband's like, yes, she was, because that is where I will be.
That's where she lives.
But it's so funny. I'm pretty sure I told you, but I don't know if, like, you heard me or, like, if I made sense because I was drinking. But so, like, you're doing one of the, like, line dances, and this guy behind me, and he's like, somebody has your face. And I was like, actually, I have her face. And he's like, she's older than you? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, by how much? I was like, 11 years. And he was like, oh my God. I go, I know, my future looks good, right? Like, I'm happy with. And he was like, oh my God, are you, like, related? And we got asked so many times, are we related? Are we sisters? Are we cousins?
Are we cousins? Yeah, that's what we get all the time.
And it's just fun. It's fun to just, like, tell people, like, we are sisters.
I know.
Or we are
I think
cousins,
next time we just need to say yes. We'll
just
lean
lean
like, yes,
in.
we are.
Yeah. It is so funny because, like, if you really told people that, like, yeah, that's my sister, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, whatever.
They wouldn't question it.
They wouldn't question it, but it'd be so funny because, like, later on, like, 6 months later, somebody's like, oh, how's your sister? And you're like, what are you talking about? I only have a brother. Because you don't, you don't have a sister. And, like, same thing with me. Like, we don't have sisters, so it's so funny.
We don't have sisters. We just have brothers.
Yeah, so, like, come July, we're like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't have a, So
because we didn't remember.
Yeah, we don't remember our lie. But I thought that was so funny. No, I had so much fun. Yeah, and super drunk. But, like, I haven't gotten like that probably since before my son. Like, before I got pregnant with my son.
Yeah, so I was going to say, because you stopped drinking for a while.
Yeah, because I was like, I need to get this postpartum weight off. And there is no need for extra calories, like unneeded calories. But let me tell you, it caught up with me Friday night. But it was good. Yeah, I had a good time. My husband wasn't too annoyed by it because usually he's like, but no, he enjoyed me. So
that's good.
Yeah,
because you weren't like belligerent or like sloppy drunk. You were just feeling good.
Yeah, and by the end, I was a little off balance. And I will say, like, the two girls that came to my cookie party were there at the Christmas party as well because their husbands work there. But, like, and when I told them I was drunk, they were like, oh my God, really? I couldn't tell. So, like, I was like, okay. But I also saw them early in the night.
It hit you I was going to say, it hit you later on in the night.
Yeah, like, the last 30 minutes, I was like, oh my God, like, I can't even, like, focus. But that was very late. But yeah, you were dancing literally all night. You knew all the line dances. So how was the party for you? Oh yeah, the one, yeah.
It was, like I said, I had so much fun. I was happy that I got to go. My husband couldn't go, so I was like, oh, I guess it's just me. I'll go by myself. And then third wheel, Alyssa and her husband. And I tried to give you guys space and like move away from you so that you guys could hang out with like all of his friends. But I had a blast. Like you said, I was on the dance floor except for the Tania line dance, which I have to learn. I knew all of them. And then I just wanted to just dance. Like that was why I was there. I was soaking wet with sweat by the time I got like in the car. And I was like, that was a good time. Like when you sweat, to me, I was like, that was a good time. Unfortunately, I could only have one drink because I had to drive home. Mm-hmm. But the drink was okay. It wasn't like the greatest.
Yeah.
But
that one was not good. The one that we started off with. I will say, even the
mistletoe margarita, it wasn't very good.
The second one I got, what was it? Like the cranberry sapphire. The first one I got was good. So listeners, cranberry sapphire, cranberry juice is in it, and it literally has the ingredients in it. And then I go back to get another one, and it's clear as day. And I'm like, can you put some cranberry juice in it? Like, there was only one bartender that was really hooking it up, and I gave her, and I did feel like I felt kind of bad because I gave her cash, but I only literally had $2. I only had $2 on me. I even asked my husband, I was like, do you have cash? And he was like, no. And then so he was like, just ask if she has Venmo. But then she walked away from the bar, so I couldn't ask. I didn't see her again. But she could have had a good tip, because I literally would have Venmo'd her $20 in that like
good.
stage.
She was good.
Yeah. And that's my mindset was like, take my money, please.
That's funny. Yeah, but it was, no, I had a blast. Like I said, I loved it. I like getting dressed up.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because somebody at work was like, you really clean up nice. And I was like, thanks, because I look like a bum at work.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, sometimes I wear dresses and stuff, but like I don't ever wear makeup. Like it's literally, I never wear makeup. So I had like a full face on, and
yeah,
glitter on my chest. Do you know what I mean? Like, did it up. But but usually I don't. At work I look like this. Like this is what you get all the time at work. So it was fun, and I did laugh because somebody was like, I saw somebody today, and they were like, oh, you're with your sister, and I was like, no, she's just. It's like she was a coworker. We met here at work. And they're like, no, you didn't. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We met at work.
Yeah, I do feel like it's funny because it's like, no, I don't work here anymore. And I'm not related to Jessica. And sometimes I'm like, I'm the wife of, because like,
right.
Some people are like, why are you here then? If you're not her sister,
sometimes I'll tell people that sometimes I'll tell your husband's my brother-in-law. I'll be like, oh, that's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And people are like, God. What? And I'm like, no, I'm just joking. But
and they would get it though if they saw us together. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So funny.
So it was a lot of fun. But other than that, I feel like my week wasn't as productive as yours. I've been working. Oh, I could say it on here now. So I got a promotion at my job.
Yay.
Not a promotion, but a new role. So I'm excited about that. And so I've literally just been every day, like trying to do like processes, like put together the processes that I do for the next person who's going to take the role and stuff. So it's just like constantly just documenting processes. And I feel like that's all I've worried about is that. I'm excited for my new role. I'll be able to travel next year, which will be super exciting because I never had a job where I travel. So I'm like super excited about that. I'm not excited for all of the places that I have to travel at the beginning of the year because they are cold and they are in the Northeast and one's in Chicago, so I don't want to be doing that. I was like, can I wait until May to do? I'm going to put off the Chicago one until as far back as I can because I don't do well with the cold. As you can see, I'm a little chap in the cheeks because I went running this morning, and it's probably the first time I ran in like a week and a half. And it was cold. Yeah. It was so cold. It was like 22 degrees when we went out. And I was like layered. And I had like a little, like, something around my face. And then I had but it's just like where, I guess, it's not like a ski mask because I didn't have that.
Oh my God.
This is how
they're
bad
called
it was.
a gator. A gator.
Oh, is that what it's called? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like when it just
but
like
mine
comes
was
up
literally
right
a headband. No, I just literally put my headband around my mouth because I didn't have anything. Because I never wear a hat because I wear headphones like that go over my head. So I never wear a hat because my ears are always warm. So, but like it just burned. So I'm a little bit chapped. But it is what it is. I mean, I had to get some exercise in. So that's pretty much been my week. I got to bring my daughter home yesterday. I went and picked her up and brought her home. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, I missed you. And she was like, it's been 2 weeks. I saw you 2 weeks ago for Thanksgiving. And I was like, okay, but you don't live with me. So I was excited to have you back.
Yeah. Rude. I go from seeing you every single day to like,
right
now how many times in the last 4 months?
Not a lot. So so it's rough. So I'm like, girl. And we are going on a trip for Christmas. We're going to take, when is this coming out?
Before Friday, hopefully.
Oh, okay. So then I won't say what we're doing. Yeah. But we're going on a trip. We'll discuss it later. So the thing is that as you know, but I don't think people who listen know, every Christmas we try to take the kids on a trip, but we don't ever tell them where we're going. So we get clothes and stuff, like if they need clothes or something, because we are going somewhere warm. So they needed like different kind of clothes and stuff. So they know we're going to a warm place, but they don't know where we're going. And I do have to say, I had to buy some clothes for my older daughter, and some of them didn't fit her. So I was like, oh, I fit in some medium dresses. I was so excited. I was like, I need to, I need a little tummy control for some of them, like a little, tummy control undies or something. But I fit in 3 of them, and I was like, they will be mine. I'm not returning them.
Yeah. That's exciting.
So I was excited about that. I was like, yay. So that was like the highlight of now that I'm in a new role, I'm going to be traveling and visiting different places. I was like, I need new clothes, but I've also lost weight and I don't fit into a lot of my clothes. So I was like, I need new clothes, especially for work. So I spent like $700 a sheet for new clothes. And I was like, I haven't done clothes shopping in forever. And I'm keeping all my chunky clothes just in case. Just in case. You never know.
When you're bloated too, it's nice to just have those.
Have the comfy ones. The only thing that I think I need to buy that I don't own I need some jeans. Like I've like
jeans?
Stuck with my new size jeans. Like I'm still wearing big baggy jeans, and I just haven't. I don't know. I'm just scared to switch down one or two sizes that I need. I need to do it, but I just
get one pair. Then I finally went down one size in my jeans.
Did you?
Yeah, and I only bought one though. So
maybe that's what I'll do.
Sometimes I just keep my regular, because even if it's the same size, sometimes like certain jeans just fit differently.
They fit different.
So I have like my skinny regular jeans and then like my one size down and then my ones that are now like too big. And sometimes it just because I can't be wearing the same jeans every single outfit I always go out in. So sometimes I just do my like skinny regular size jeans. And even though they're a little loose, it's not like, I don't know how you like your jeans. I like my jeans like suck.
Me too. And that's my issue is that when I walk, I feel them like bag a little bit, like in the butt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they get like saggy looking in the butt, and in the waist when you sit down, it looks like you have a penis because it folds up, and it's like, and I'm like, oh. But you're right. There are some it's funny because one of the girls that I work with, she was like, oh, you got new jeans. And I was like, no. And she's like, and I was like, yeah, my thighs are big. They fit fine there. I was like, it's just the waist is baggy. It's just my thigh. I have big thighs. So it's like, but I was like, I can afford to go down. So you're right. Maybe I'll buy one or two pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then call it a day because like I said, I spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
And they're all like dress clothes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not like I bought I'm not gonna lie, I did buy like 2 like sexy dresses like that have like cutouts and like through that, but they're it's like a long. And then I got this. It's like a bodysuit, but it's like black, like see through, but like leopard print, and then you wear a black bra with it. So
Yes.
We'll see how that goes.
That. Ooh,
yeah,
I love that.
Just to see. I might return it. We don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. So that was pretty much that's my catch up. That's my highlight. I have nothing exciting except for shopping.
Nothing excited. Yeah, you just laid it all on us.
Yes. So that is it. So moving on. So we have wife wisdoms.
Yes. So one of our listeners wanted to get our input on this. So she was invited to a birthday party during the week for that weekend coming up recently, and it was for her child. And given the holidays and everything, her question was, what's the appropriate amount of time for a birthday party? Now, take into consideration, we are getting close to Christmas, and does that play a part? And what's the appropriate time? And let me just say, the person who invited her did say, this is a last minute birthday party. But sometimes people just say that when they're like, oh, I don't have, I have extra room, or but she did know. Last minute birthday party for my kid, wanted to invite you. So what do you think?
So I think kids' birthday parties, you should at least have 3 weeks, and then closer, just 3 weeks in general, just because, we've talked about this before. Kids' birthday parties, especially the beginning of the year, I feel like you're having one every weekend. So the later you send out the thing, the less kids that could come because they might already be going to a different birthday party, all right? That's how I look at it. So you want to do it as early as possible. However, this is going to sound bad because there are children who have December birthdays, but you need to knock those out in the first 2 weeks of December. Anything after the first 2 weeks of December, I would even say you knock it out the first week. I think 2 weeks is too close because like you said, everybody's getting ready. They have Christmas plays and Christmas this and then this. If your kids are in sports, then they have Christmas stuff. And it's just like, I think maybe the cutoff for December birthdays is the first week of, and then pick it back up in like mid-January. But I think, and I know it sucks because kids are born on Christmas. The kids are born the day before, you know what I mean? Like, I know it sucks, but it's like, if you want them to have a party, do it like early in the month or later or in January, you know, when everybody's back and everybody has, but I just think, I don't think if I got an invitation the week and it was that Saturday, I would be like, no, I'm sorry, my kid can't come.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely like 3 weeks. I mean, I did send my kids and my son's invitations out, like, I think it was like maybe 2 weeks because I had a last minute change. And luckily, like, I was kind of on top of my change, but because as soon as I booked it, I sent the invitations like right out. But yeah, definitely like 3 weeks. And with the holidays, it is hard because like you said, like everybody has so much going on. And I actually know somebody in my son's class whose birthday is like around December 10th or so, and they actually did their birthday party a month early in the beginning of November. And when I talked to my mom, I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to make it because we were in New Jersey for my brother's wedding. She's like, totally understand, we're doing it early because like I just can't with all the Christmas stuff. You know, it's just like too much. And then he doesn't really get to enjoy his gifts too. So like let him have it a little early. But yeah, it was just it's just too much to expect, you know. And then I kind of feel bad for the kid if you're like, I'm planning my kid's birthday party last minute and then not a lot of people can come.
Yeah,
I mean, like, personally, if I didn't have anything going on, I would go, and that's what she's, you know, our listener said that she did.
Me too. If I didn't have anything going on, but I feel like the closer you get to Christmas, more people have things going on.
Yeah, because it's not just showing up to a birthday party. You have to show up and get a gift and, like, you know, plan, like, if you have other kids, like, are they going to come? What are they doing? Like, is your husband watching the kids? Because sometimes it's only the, you know, the child who was invited can come. So, like, there's just so many logistics to it. And, like, like, what if parents are working full-time? When can you run out and go get a gift? Like, it's just an added stress, and it's, like... It's just too much. It's like, hopefully, you know, it's not a reoccurring thing. And, you know, the other thing is, like, if you were the parent, and let's say, like, we could get 1 or 2 more kids in here, and let me just send out the invitation to see if we could fill the spots. I just wouldn't even, like, that's so wrong.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Like,
I don't want to be your afterthought. I don't want to be your afterthought, is how I look at it.
Yeah.
Like, if my kid wasn't good enough to go at the beginning. But wouldn't you
expect that even... Yeah, but wouldn't you expect that, getting an invitation so late? It's, like, so close, you know?
I've never thought about that, because I think that there are... I look at...
I would.
See, yeah, you would, but you're also a planner, and you are...
Yeah.
You're more type A, whereas I'm a type B parent. So I would be like, oh, they dropped the ball and probably forgot to send out the invitations. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't come to my mind that my child was an afterthought. I would be like, oh, they might be like me. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
See,
they
I
just...
would be totally opposite. Yeah. I'm like, who waits till the last minute? We have to be a second thought, you know, like, or or I would be like, this person's so unprepared for the child's birthday, you know, like
that would be me. I would be unprepared for the child's birthday, and I would be like, oh, they must have been unprepared. Now they have to go because nobody's going to show up, so at least my kids will show up. You know, like, that's how I would look at it. I don't think I would ever look at we were an afterthought. That would suck, though, now that I think about that.
Yeah, that would be so sad. And especially, like I said, if people couldn't come because it was so last minute. And I think, like, you might be able to get away with, like, throwing a last minute birthday party, like, around a non-holiday. But, like, during Christmas, you cannot be throwing last minute, like, birthday parties or any kind of party,
You could get away with it in, like, last minute in March, because nothing's happening in March. You know what I mean? Like, March, April. Unless, depending on when Easter falls. But, but yeah, you know. It's no.
Yeah.
And, like, now it's, like, Hanukkah as well. So it's, like, it's somebody's holiday. It's, like, you know, and then you're going to have Christmas. So, yeah, no, I think it's just a little...
Yeah,
it's a little... Yeah. I think 3 weeks is that sweet spot. Anything earlier, I mean, later than 3 weeks, you're in that territory of not enough people might not be able to come to your kid's birthday party.
And you can't do it too early, too, because then some people, like, forget about it, and they're like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to RSVP yes, because what if, like, I do have something coming up.
What if something better comes up?
Not, like, even something better, but, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I have like I had a birthday party that I was invited to, but we wanted to bring the kids to Disney on Ice, and it happened to fall during that, but that was the only time it worked for us, so I couldn't go to the birthday party, even though, like, I said yes at first. So, or actually I said no, because I wasn't sure. But then they changed the date, and it ended up falling on the Disney on Ice thing. But nonetheless, it's like, then it's like a little too in advance. People might not, like, have their plans finalized, or you just forget about it, I find, too. Like, you're like, I'll just RSVP, like, closer to, and then you just forget.
Right.
And so that, like, I think 3 to 4 weeks is definitely the sweet spot for sending out invitations. Yeah. So let us know in the comments when the time frame you think is best. What time frame you think is best for sending out invitations.
Yeah, and there's no judgment if you're a last-minute mom who got caught up in Christmas and forgot that your child was born in December, because sometimes that happens too.
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens. So I was going to ask you a question that went off of the thing, but I totally forgot about it. It was about, I don't remember. It was literally about birthdays, and you said you made a comment about, I guess, making plans. Oh, I was going to ask you, if you RSVP no to somebody's birthday party, do you still get the kid a gift?
No. The only time I've done that, the only time I've done it was, I remember it was, and I felt so bad. It was my son when he first started school. He got invited to his very first birthday party, like from friends, like, at school. It's like his very first one. He was so excited. And the night before, he got croup, and he had to go to the hospital and get a shot.
Oh, I remember you telling me that you brought the gift. But you RSVP'd, so that's different.
I RSVP'd, yes, and then I couldn't go, and I just sent it with another friend of ours who was going. But no, if the one where I missed for my, because I was in my brother's wedding, I RSVP'd no right away, but that kid has been friends with us for quite a while, so I did send a gift with him. Okay. But like any other kid that I didn't know, you're not getting a gift if I RSVP now.
Just checking. Yeah. That's what I was
Good question.
wondering. So moving on, we have Whitney, who is in a Lifetime movie.
Yes, Whitney Lovett from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is going to be in a movie called All for Love. And is it a Lifetime or a Hallmark? Let me see.
I don't know. It's one of those. I thought it was Lifetime, but maybe it's Hallmark.
It doesn't really say. Okay, Whitney Lovett, one of the breakout stars of Hulu's Mom Talk phenomenon Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, will make her feature debut as executive producer and star of All for Love, a holiday rom-com from production company The Ninth House, Lifetimes Forever. I don't know what that means.
Maybe that's why I assumed it was Lifetime.
Yeah. Lovett is currently in production on the film, where she stars opposite Jesse Cove from Cobra Kai. Check out a first look still above. And they posted pictures. And it says the story follows a podcaster when Winona, who is played by Whitney, forced to test love online by a holiday dating app partnership, connecting with a mysterious man who feels like everything she's been missing. What she doesn't know is that he's Luke, the rugged renovator transforming her grandmother's Christmas Eve venue, and the last guy she'd ever expect to fall in love in real life.
See, that sounds like such a Lifetime or Hallmark movie.
Hallmark. It's definitely giving Hallmark, 100%. But I'm excited for that. I would probably watch it. I mean, it's like, I'm not really like huge into Hallmark movies, but
but I'd watch it because it's her. I'll watch it because it's her.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. So, I'll watch it too. I'm excited about it. I did hear, I don't know, these are all rumors that I've heard, but I did hear that they're thinking about doing a spin-off of Whitney as like a Secret Wives of Mormon Lives kind of spin-off of her I don't know if she's in New York or California or wherever she is.
In New York, probably because of the Broadway.
Yeah. So that they might do a spin-off. And I was like, like a spin-off with just her, or are there Mormons in New York? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that what, like, is it like Secret Life of Mormon Wives, but in a different place? I don't know.
I feel about that. Like,
I don't like it. I think it needs to stay our group.
It needs to stay. I also heard a rumor that there's going to be like other like spin-offs, not of Whitney, but like Mom Talks in Nashville, Mom Talks in California, Mom Talks in New York,
okay,
like
so
kind of like that.
So when the first season of Secret Wives of Mormon Lives, I saw one Mom Talk, and it was like the Texas Mom Talks.
Yes, I remember seeing that.
That went downhill very fast because like people found like racist tweets from them and stuff like that. So it's like I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this doesn't need to be like a
The only reason
Real
why this
Housewives.
worked, I feel
We don't need that. We don't need that.
Yeah.
I really liked it because it was
So
like
true.
genuine. We got it from Taylor started with
got
her
it from the
swinging
scandal.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't need a mom talk of Nashville or a mom talk
Yeah, because
of
it feels forced.
California.
It's like
I
if
don't
we
need
don't,
that. Yeah.
it's like if you don't have that like already established fan base like there was for Taylor, there's really
Yeah.
no need to do that. I mean, and that's what they're doing with like Real Housewives. I know it's just a different time with the Real Housewives startup, but even now,
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever watch So I've never watched any Real Housewives things, just a couple of New Jersey here and there. Have you ever watched Real Housewives of New York?
Yes, I watched.
Okay.
I loved Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Real Housewives of Jersey. Those were the
Okay.
ones that I
I
watched.
feel like everybody says those are like top tier ones.
Yeah, those were my absolute favorite. And then I think I lasted like 3 seasons of each. I think I might have lasted a little bit longer of Jersey Housewives because I was a Teresa fan for the longest time.
Yeah.
So,
But if they stopped Real Housewives of New York and then they like recasted the whole group and it really didn't work. And there were like people that people knew. They were like
I didn't know that
known.
they recasted.
Yeah, they recasted with a couple of people.
They didn't have the Countess, then there was really no
No.
reason to do it. Yeah.
No, so and like Bethany obviously didn't come back. Bethany Frankel,
Right.
like things like that. It's just like it just didn't work out, and I just don't know if like a really unauthentic push for this is gonna work because I don't think
I don't
it is.
think so. I don't
It's
think
just
so.
it's like, and it's kind of like a Vanderpump Rules. They're recasted the cast now, and like it's just not going to be the same. There's something about like the first season, and even though like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is pretty new, it's like it was a genuine start, and you could kind of see where because they said that obviously Taylor, Michaela, Macy, Whitney, they were like friends first. Like Jen was the outlier. I think even Layla might have been, like Miranda was an OG. Even Demi was like in it, but like
an outlier.
And you can kind of see that in the show where these friendships like aren't really genuine.
They're not genuine and real.
Yeah.
They are becoming, because like Layla and Miranda are becoming like really good friends, and we see that friendship. And Michaela and Macy are good friends, but it took a while to get there. You know what I mean? Like it took a while.
The stuff that's happening with Demi and all the greediness, like that could happen in all the other different areas. So like let's just stick to our original Utah Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and then let Whitney be on Broadway.
And I think
her back.
some of that, right? I think that the other thing, the draw of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, is that they're Mormon. Like we don't watch a lot of like.
I think they would all be Mormon though.
Would they?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I don't want that. I don't know. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good to keep my stuff.
Yeah, but Whitney, I'm impressed.
I'm
she's
excited for her.
producing it. Yeah.
I know. I'm so excited for her. I love that. And I do want to say, I don't know if you saw it, but I think it was maybe the end of last week or early this week. Whitney did a Connor appreciation post of like all of his outfits through like Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my god.
Yes,
so funny.
and I was like, we love Connor.
I love Connor. He's the
I was
best.
like, I'm so happy. Like it was so cute. She was like something like she was like appreciating him and like thanking for him to, and I, in my mind, I'm like, what is he gonna wear to her first night on Broadway? Like,
oh my god, right?
Like I was like, oh, he's just such a great husband and like such a good supporter. But like her appreciation post was awesome because you got to like physically see him, like not just in the crowd, like take pictures. And like his green as Elphaba and as Prince, and you know what I mean. Prince was my favorite. His little purple outfit was he killed me. But so that was just a little Connor appreciation. I just loved it.
Yeah, happy for her.
Yes. So the next thing is Selena's dad passed away.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, last episode about the documentary coming out, and now there was news earlier this week that her father passed away at 86. 86?
Yeah, I think so. 80 something.
Yeah, I know. I said
it was
to
80
you.
something.
But and you were like, I didn't even know he was that old, and it's like.
I feel like
86.
because of everything happened, she was young.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my mind,
He was younger.
I know time has gone past, but he was younger. So like they were like 86, I was like, but also in the documentary he didn't look 86. Like even
Yeah,
when he was
that's
sitting
so
behind the
true.
desk, he didn't look 86. I was like, oh okay. But yeah, so that was sad.
Really, really sad. I hope his family, is
It's okay.
grieving
But they're
together.
now reunited a little bit. So
Yeah,
Selena and her
exactly.
dad. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
But just want to acknowledge his passing since, we are big fans of Selena and had
Yes.
to, we just talked about her, so we had to go ahead and
Yes.
comment on it. But
This is like I've been waiting. Because it took you longer. I watched the Diddy documentary. It came out
Yes.
on Thursday or Friday. I
What's the
watched it
actual name?
Saturday.
Diddy, The Reckoning. So the documentary was Diddy recording himself because he wanted to make this documentary of himself, but basically like the comeback of him after all of this.
Right.
And then he was arrested and he never paid the cameraman. So the cameraman was like, I'm a free agent with all this footage. And none other than 50 Cent, the petty man that he is, bought this. And he created the opposite of what Diddy was planning for, which I mean I'm on board with because like you are not a good
Me too.
person and like
No.
this deserves to be out there. So like I'm glad if anybody did it, like somebody with 50s like path to where he wanted to go once and got it. But what did you think of the documentary? There was so much I learned.
Oh, okay. See, so the only thing I learned, I'm going to say the only thing, because you have to remember that Diddy was. All of that happened while I was growing up. You know what I mean? Like, so I remember when Tupac died. I remember when Biggie died. I remember when he came out on the VMAs dancing like that. So it was like reliving my childhood. And I was talking to my best friend on one day, and she's like, she watched it the day before I did, and she's like, Jessica, it's like everything in our childhood, because we were fans, like we were Bad Boy fans, like we went to the No Way Out tour, that Rolling Stone cover that he stole from Biggie, we both had that on our wall, like we were fans. Like she was like, Jessica, that's the Rolling Stone cover, we went out and bought that Rolling Stone just because he was on it. And I was like, we did. Yeah, so it was crazy to see. I think for me, I didn't realize how evil he was. Like, I mean, as the years had gone on, like when we watched like the making of the band when he made them walk to get the cheesecake, and like you saw glimpses of him being mean. And
yeah,
him
but
being
sometimes
evil,
it's
even
like
when
you
he got
don't know if that's like just playing it up for the cameras or was
Right.
it legit like that. And it seems like he literally got joy out of like doing stuff like that.
Yes. The only thing that I learned was the earlier day with that stampede at the college. That was new to me. I didn't know, because I guess, I mean, think about it. When that happened, there wasn't like news. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like we get news all the time. So I didn't hear about that. And it's funny because my whole life, like I said, we were fans, and I played a CD all the time and stuff. My dad hated Puffy. Like hated him, and my dad was like, "Why are you playing his stuff? You know he killed Biggie." And I was like, "No, he didn't." And my dad's like, "He did." And he literally said, "Who comes dancing on stage a week after his best friend dies?" He was like, he killed that man. And I was like, oh, "You're just a hater." And then watching the documentary, I was like, my dad was probably right.
Yeah. Well, that's so funny because my mom also said that. She's like when I was super young, I mean, granted, I was growing up where he had his like second revival of, him doing like
the making of the band stuff.
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I was a huge fan of Danny Kane, but like when he did his, I forget what album it was, but it had the one with Christina Aguilera, Keisha Cole, Nicole Scherzinger, like those songs. Oh my God, love those.
Yeah.
Like that era was like, and I remember even when there was a documentary on Biggie that came out, I think it was called Juicy, and I watched it with my mom, and she was like, I think Diddy killed him. Like, I think he killed him. And I was like, now I'm like, oh my God, she was right. That and COVID, like, those are the only two things she's ever been right about, but But yeah, I learned a lot because yeah, I didn't know like obviously about the stampede. I also didn't know that Biggie and Tupac were like enjoyed each other's company. Like they were friends. I didn't know that because, when did Biggie die? Like 96, 95, whatever. I think 95. Yeah. I was like 1, so or was it
You said you were 1?
Well, yeah, I thought 94.
It was yeah, it was 96 or either 95 or 96 cuz he actually died like 2 days after my grandmother passed away.
Oh my gosh!
Like we were at my grandmother's wake, and me and my friend, we were at my grandma's wake, and somebody was like, "Biggie just died. Biggie was shot," and I was like, "What?" So
Okay, so it was actually 97. 1997.
Okay, that makes sense. I was in 8th grade, so
yeah. But I was 3, nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay.
But Tupac died in 96.
Died in 96. Yeah.
So like obviously I wasn't around for that. I didn't it didn't have the same effect on me, but but I loved like old school hip hop, even though it's not really that old school, and I was listening to it was just like a decade, but nonetheless now it's like 20 years. Crazy. No, 30 years.
Yeah,
almost 30.
Yeah.
25,
almost
crazy.
30 years.
Yeah, but so just like those little things, and like reliving or re-seeing all the stuff about Cassie is like so crazy and stuff. And there was one part that I think with the Tupac stuff and the Biggie stuff, like I literally got like choked up. I was like, oh my god, like it's so crazy the talent they had. So it's kind of like a Selena thing, It's like they're so young. They all died around the same age, and it's like
they did.
It's like it's so crazy because like look how big they were, especially Tupac and Biggie. Like look how big they were and look at all the potential they had. And the biggest thing, my takeaway, obviously from this was it's so crazy how he controlled the media because after all of these incidences, we still like even me like I loved him like with all that album with all those singles and he made such good music and you're like, oh my god, it's so good, like what was that, I Need a Girl, all that stuff, it's like so good. And you're like, this guy's the greatest, and there's always a downfall.
He was horrible.
Horrible.
It was horrible. I wish that they talked more about like Kim dying and
yes, oh my god,
I kind of wish like they went down that. I feel like there were people who are missing. I wish
like not just how the people around him got shot, how people like would mysteriously like die of pneumonia around him.
Yeah.
Like, and it was all of them, like pneumonia, like his ex-wife, Kim Porter, and there was a couple of other people.
Yeah, I went down, me, once I watched the documentary, I went down my little rabbit hole. They said that there was only one person, it was like 2 videos I saw where they were like, apparently, what's the girl that was in, her name is Brittany Murphy?
Oh, yes.
They were close with Puffy, and her and her husband died of pneummonia.
Yes, I did see that. I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like...
I went down a rabbit hole about him, like maybe I don't know if it was a year or like 6 months ago, probably like closer to a year. But I saw something on TikTok about how like Kim Porter wrote a book and then she never got to publish it because she died the
book was gone. But I do have to tell you,
she was going to put all that stuff out there about what he was doing.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this: that as you are a Jenner and Kardashian fan. Corey used to work for Puffy. And Corey, they said Corey was like the first or second person at Kim's house, Kim Porter's house after she died. And they actually have pictures of him there at the house. And he was close to Puffy. So it's like, did he, again, this is all alleged. We don't know.
Yeah,
These are all just rumors. But was he the one who got the stuff? Because they were like, there was nothing there. And then, but I think the issue that I had with the whole documentary, I mean, I thought it was great. Like I said, growing up, I was a Puffy fan, and I will always call him Puffy. He's not Diddy, and I didn't like when he did his name changes and stuff, but he was Puffy. And it really bothered me watching him with his sons. Like, it really, gave me, like you're telling your children to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Like, you said it over and over. God told me I can't do anything, but you could do something. But God told me I can't do something.
Yeah.
Sir, do you want them in jail with you?
Yeah.
Like,
what did you... What did
They
you
don't
think?
have the pull that you have. So
Yeah,
why
they're
would you think that
nobodies.
they would be able to get away with, yeah, they're your children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. What
And
did you think
Quincy just,
about?
I don't get Quincy. Like, I understand that he helped raise you, but you're Kim's son with somebody else. And there are rumors that I mean,
I know,
these
killed your
people are telling
mother.
you that he killed your mother, but these people are telling you that he beat your mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you watched him beat Cassie. We all watched that video, and you still haven't turned on him? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I think it's a
understand it.
money thing. It's like they're comfortable and they're scared to be
Yeah.
uncomfortable financially.
Yeah, so
You know?
my younger daughter watched it. She was like, because my younger daughter loves 50 Cent, like just loves him. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of 50 either. I don't think he's a good person in any
Oh
way,
my
shape, or
gosh.
form. Like I like him, I like him, but I'm saying like he he allegedly burnt down his baby mom's house. Well,
I
you
didn't know
know,
that.
he had sexual assault charges. So when I say like I'm not a fan, he's not a good person either. He's better
Yeah.
than Puffy, but he's
Yeah.
still a trash person as well. You know what I mean? Like, do I watch all of the Powers and all of that stuff? Yeah, because I like them. But my
50
daughter
Cent was
loves
my first CD that I got.
really.
Yeah.
No, my daughter loves him. And she was like, so she watched it because she saw the clip of him on ABC,
Oh yeah.
like talking about the documentary. And do you know that they said he chose ABC because that's what they get in jail?
Yeah,
And
it's the only channel
my
they
daughter
get.
was
Yeah.
like, that is so awesome. Like, that's like, and I was like, wow, you're a little, I don't need you to be petty like that. And she's like, I just think that's the greatest thing. But she was watching it and not knowing anything about, you know what I mean? Like, she knows nothing about Puffy except for maybe like a couple of songs, and she knows who Biggie is. And she was like, I don't understand why. She goes, I didn't understand two things. She said, one, I didn't understand how they could stick to their dad after that. She goes, if dad did something like that, I wouldn't be able to be in his corner. I would love him as my dad, but I wouldn't tell anybody. Like, you wouldn't see me in court.
Yeah,
I
but do
wouldn't
you think
do
it's
stuff with
different
him.
because she's a girl? You don't see his daughters there. I mean, granted,
His
they did.
daughters were there.
They
His daughters were there.
They were in court, whatever, but they're not in the documentary. And
No, they're not in the documentary, but they
I
were
wonder
in
if,
court.
yeah,
They were there. You know what I mean? They're still like posting stuff about how much they miss him and love him and stuff like that. My daughter was like, I don't understand that. And then what was the other thing that she said she didn't understand? She said, I didn't understand that, and I didn't understand why all these people all these years stayed quiet, and then now they are coming out saying all of this stuff. Like, she was like, he did horrible things his whole life and people just covered for him. And I was like,
yeah.
yeah,
But
that's
I
what
think
happens when you have money.
yeah, and I think we saw that all
Like, when
these
you have
people
money,
were
people,
dying, and they were
right,
probably like, I don't want to die. And now that he's in jail, like he can't. So
right.
I think that's a big reason to, as to why.
Yeah, but she's like, these are grown men watching women get beat and they're not stepping in. And I was like,
Yeah, it's so true.
when people have money, they're kind of able to do whatever they want to do. And there's
Sadly.
really nobody who's going to stop them. You know, and I remember hearing like with the JLo thing, allegedly they brought the gun. She brought one of the guns in her purse because she wasn't getting checked. You know what I mean? And then it's like, then poor Shine had to, do it. That lady has told the courts all the time that it was Puffy that shot her.
Yeah.
In the note, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she has told people, but they were like, he has cops on his payroll. He had I think after watching this documentary, and it's alleged, I'm not saying that he is, but I assumed in my mind I feel like he's gay and he hates women, and that's why he does what he does, but he feels that he needs to be with a woman, but he treats them badly because he doesn't really like them.
I gotta get that.
Anybody who could slap their mom.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
You
What
know,
did you think
yeah.
about Capricorn Clark's story about like how he wanted to kill like Kid Cudi after like he was like
I
how
think
she
she's
was-
100% correct.
I think
she's 100% correct.
Yeah, I think she's like
And she had
his-
every right to be scared because he took her into that corner of the park and told her that if she stepped out or she did anything he didn't like, he would
yeah.
kill her pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that she had every reason to fear for her life, and she had to do what she had to do, and I'm happy that she testified. I think
But did you see that the juror was like, oh, we didn't really believe her? Because I'm like, who makes that up? And like...
She didn't believe her because she was a Puffy fan. Like, you can't sit up here. Did you hear how excited she was? There were some times where we were making the same face. Ma'am.
Yeah. So true.
And she could name every artist that was on Bad Boy. And I mean, everybody could. I mean, if you think about it, everybody can name every artist on Bad Boy that's that age. But she was a fan. And just like that other guy who was like, well, I watched him beat her, but then, she forgave him after the text message. And I was like, she didn't forgive him. She has Stockholm Syndrome. Like,
yeah, literally.
It's hard to escape abuse. Like, I don't understand why we are... That man, I was like, somebody should beat him. Like, just, I was like, who says that? It's not... Domestic violence isn't new now. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the day when it was covered up and it was all this stuff. Like, we now know that it can take victims 7, 8, 10, 12, 40 years to get out of a domestic violence situation where they're not killed. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time because, I mean, watching that video again, when watching it on the documentary, she just collapsed. So she knew it was happening. She just let it happen. So that's how you know how bad it was. Yeah. I think it was just, all of this stuff that's coming out in people, I just think that the one thing I would say, like I said, 50, his pettiness cracked me up. Like, I was like, that was... Yeah. You got a good documentary because Puffy couldn't pay that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and the other thing that pissed me off was that girl.
Which one?
Like, ma'am, he didn't give you $5,000 to help you with your kids, and you still wrote something about him, knowing that was like...
I felt so bad for that.
I was like, I hope you don't ever get your kids. I was like, I hope you don't ever get your kids. Like he couldn't even, they found him with $9,000 in his fanny pack. So $1,000 would have been a drop in the fucking bucket to help her. Yeah. But he didn't want to help her, and then she helped him. No, man. Nope. Yeah. Nope. That so shows me that you can't make good decisions and you shouldn't have your children.
Well, clearly. Yeah. I felt bad for that other producer who did his last album and never got paid.
And then he said he fell asleep with women in the bed and woke up with Puffy in the bed, and his body was sore. Yeah, that was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's your sexual abuse. Correct. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
That's sexual abuse. Like, these people are abused, and
and that how he was drugged over time, like little by little, and it's like so crazy. So crazy.
I'm trying to figure out though. This is something. So when they were showing everything that was in the hotel room when he finally got arrested, there was more baby oil. What is he using the baby oil for is what I need to know. Because if you remember, I mean, his children were his sons were staying with him in that hotel.
God,
so what was the baby oil for? Ew. Like, why? What is the obsession with baby oil? First of all, for us, baby oil going inside of us could cause yeast infections and all of that stuff. So it can't be for vaginal, like for sex. I mean, I don't know if for
men
butt sex, I don't know, do they get infections in their butt? I don't know. I just feel like they wouldn't use that. I feel like there's so much better lube to, I mean, you're rich, you could buy better lube than baby oil.
Yeah.
Is it just to glisten? Like, I just don't understand.
It seemed like that's what he wanted. I mean, Cassie did say she got UTIs like a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
But it's like, talk him into buying a better lube. Like, I just.
Yeah, really gross.
Yeah, she said she had UTIs to the point where antibiotics weren't fixing it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like.
That's so crazy.
I'm going to be honest. If you were Cassie, would you have sex ever again? I don't know that I'd ever want to have sex again.
Yeah, that's honestly such a good point. I mean, clearly she has, because I think she has like 2 or 3 kids now with her new husband.
Yeah, she has kids. But,
yeah, I feel like, you know where this could kind of, not to tie it back to reality TV, but like with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives thing with Michaela and having intimacy issues. Like, maybe she struggles with that, but she wants children. She doesn't want, you know, so maybe it could like go into that space. But yeah, that's so true.
I'm just thinking like all of that
scared.
stuff. I wouldn't want to have sex ever again if all that stuff was happening to me.
That's a really good point. Yeah, like, but it was
and
very...
then I heard that guy is suing her. The male escort? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know for what. I'm going to have to look into that, but that's what they said. They said that he had...
He's suing her after he saw her get beat and stuff from him, like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was assaulted or something like that. I don't know. he did stuff again. I was like, sir, I don't know that you were doing anything against your will because you were getting paid for it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it was an interesting documentary because, like I said, it just shows you, and I feel like like I said, a lot of people knew, but just to see the evilness. But like I said, I think the thing that got me the most was his, like,
the children being there.
Your children are following in your footsteps. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. You shouldn't want that as a parent. You know what I mean? Like, you're in jail, there's no way that you should want your kids to even maybe think about going to jail. You know what I mean? Like, or them to do something. It's like, you can do it. God told me not to. Well, then God should tell you to leave your children out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So true. Yeah, really crazy. Very sick man, obviously. It's like the downfall. And it's a shame. It's like, a Kanye thing. It's just, this is just like, you have these people who, I mean...
Kanye is mentally ill, though. I feel like he's totally different. Yeah. Kanye's crazy and hurt his legacy, but he is actually he has severe mental issues, Kanye. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's not sexually assaulting people and doing anything like that. He's just speaking crazy and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just, like... But it's such a shame. I know they say that, like, Diddy didn't have any, like, musical, like, talent, really. But, I mean, I feel he not. I feel like he did, though.
He didn't.
At the end.
He didn't write any of his songs.
So he just, like...
There was always somebody...
Gotcha.
He just... Yeah, there was, like... Even... I remember... I don't know what it was, but, like, Jadakiss wrote some of his raps. He just... Yeah, like, he doesn't... So he never was...
But, like, yeah, I mean, like... I look at Kanye and I think, like, how he... like, through the wire. Oh, my God. Like, his documentary gave me chills. Like, the first part of it, like, I'm like, oh, my God. This guy's a musical genius, Like, but, yeah,
he was.
Like, it was a very different vibe. It's like, this guy's just, like, sick and really wants to be, like, rich and famous and have control on every little, thing. So...
It was all about money for him.
For sure.
It was all about money for him and being money and power, and he didn't care about anybody else.
Yeah, so true. I felt bad for, like, so many people, like the guy who, like, co-founded Bad Boy with him. My goodness.
Oh, I know.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
And I have to say that while I was a Mace fan. I loved me some Mace, and I was kind of sad that he didn't come out in the documentary and do some kind of talking. I mean, I listened to his podcast and he has talked about Puffy. He's done like some interviews where he talks about Puffy and, like, the things that he's seen in the house, and, like, I feel like it had to be bad that you found Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, what was going on had to be bad because you went and became a pastor of some sort.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy to see. Like I said, I think when you watch it from the eyes of somebody who in that era and loved everything Bad Boy, now it's like
tarnished. Because
the thing is like, yeah, like how come we haven't heard from Lil' Kim? How come we haven't heard from Mary J. Blige? How come there are so many people. Yeah, what about the guy that danced with the umbrella? What was his name? Remember the umbrella? That he carried Puffy's umbrella. Farnsworth Bentley was his name.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
I'm sure he saw some stuff because he was
Usher.
Puffy's right hand for the longest time. Usher. I think, I have thoughts about Usher and the Biebs. And I think Puffy is a little bit of a reason why Justin is the way that he is right now. And it's sad, but I think it's more sad of how many people's lives have been messed up because of him.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if you were a fan or grew up in that time, it's definitely a good watch. You learn a lot for sure.
Good. You do.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Do you have anything going on this weekend?
The travel.
Oh,
We're leaving.
Travel. You're leaving.
To go. Yes. So we're leaving on Friday. Yeah. So we're leaving on Friday after my daughter's last final.
Nice.
My younger daughter's last final, yeah. So I took off on Friday.
Good for you.
If I had known that, I probably would have taken off today too, but we can't put in any more time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would have taken off. I would have taken off Thursday. But tomorrow I'm working from home, so in between meetings I could pack and get stuff together. We still have some more stuff coming in through Amazon. Yeah, so I have like these 3 big boxes. My husband figured everybody needed their own big suitcase, and I was like, I don't think so, but okay.
Whatever.
Okay. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be running different places to pick up, little tchotchkes, things I need here or there and everywhere for travel. But
Yay, that's exciting.
yeah, that's it. How about you? What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? I don't think I have anything going on, actually. I really have to get this guest room. If you guys are watching on YouTube, apologies to this disaster if you could see it behind me.
You can't see anything behind you, to be honest with you.
Hope not.
You cannot.
But there's just it's like a warehouse over here between the boxes and then there and the closet. Like, it's so bad. And it's so funny because I told my husband, I was like, we really have to clean up. Like, my parents are coming after Christmas, either like the night of or the next day. They're going to start driving down. And he's like, what? They're coming? And I was like, yeah, did I not tell you this? He's like, no. And I'm like, well, yeah, they're coming. So I have to get this room ready for my parents. And I also just I need to start wrapping. I need to start putting things, away. There's a couple things I actually have to return anyway. So it's just all of that. I just need to get I feel like for me, this Christmas season has just creeped up on me so quickly. And I'm just so unprepared. Jessica, I kid you not, I don't think other than the Labubu, I really haven't bought my son anything. Maybe my husband has because he's more into they have the same hobbies. But I really haven't bought anything for our kids, anything big. And I'm thankfully, the grandparents, aunts, uncles.
I was going to say, do you need to though?
No,
the grandparents buy a whole bunch of stuff.
No, we don't need to, but it's
usually one gift from you guys, but
yeah,
it doesn't need to be
at that point
fancy.
they'll be Santa gifts, but
yeah,
I don't even know what Santa's gonna bring. I don't know. My son only asked for one thing, and my mom bought it, so I don't know if do I make it from Grammy? Do I make it from Santa? I don't want to take that away from her. She also bought that. Yeah. So it's I really don't know. We have to figure all of that out tonight and tomorrow and this week. But no, I think we're just chilling this weekend. The kids. My daughter's done with school. My son's last day is Friday, so then we start the break. And also PSA, we will be off next week for Christmas.
Yes,
there will not be a new episode, and then we will be back in the new year.
Yes.
Yeah, but really just getting our act together for
getting through. Yeah.
Yes.
Getting through. That's what we need to do. Get through.
Absolutely, yes. So that is our episode, and we will see you in the new year of 2026.
Yep. Okay, bye. I didn't know. It was
what a way to end it.
What a way.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.